pandemic. And this is our first victory party that we've had since the state's gone to full mail-in voting. And so when we've been going to all the communities and asking for voting results, what we've been getting back is the vote that took place today. And most communities are actually saying that it won't be till midnight tonight, potentially even tomorrow, until they've tabulated all of the mail-in votes. So we don't have what we typically do, where we go up on the board and put the numbers down and celebrate, big wins. What we do know is and we don't have all of Weymouth in right now either, but we do know that Weymouth is one of the communities of the city that actually put in the mail-in votes as they were coming in throughout the entire day. And I know that we have a 5,000 vote margin victory right now in the So we feel very confident as we're getting the numbers in from people that voted today. As you saw, we had 67% of the people who showed up today in the town of Hingham cast their support for us. We know that we have about 60% of the vote in the town of Scituate. So we're continuing to tabulate and get those numbers. We'll put them up on the website when they're done. But really, tonight, I just wanted to say how much I truly appreciate everyone that's here and all the hard work that you put in, not just in this campaign, but in the primary campaign, all the support you've given me, whether it be financially, whether it be out there holding a sign, whether it be just being here tonight to lend your support, whether it be going on social media when people are trying to take us down, to build us back up. Just all the things that you've done, all these little moments in time, is what I call it to my folks in the campaign team and my staff I'll introduce in a second. All these moments in time are things that are going to continue to stick with me as we continue through this. What I would say is a pretty grueling time in American politics, where people are at each other's throats, and there's more division and more arguments than there are conversations and compromise, and where people just fundamentally disagree with each other at a clip that I don't think has been seen in a long, long time in American history. But what we do is we present an alternative to that. And looking around, I see people who are Republicans, I see people who are unenrolled, I see people who are Democrats, I see people who are in labor unions, I see people who work in white-collar jobs. All across the spectrum, we have people that have come together across the South Shore to basically say that we want the middle to have its voice again. That we want politics to be about people, that we want rhetoric to go away, and people to be judged on the results, on what they do for their own communities, how they help the constituents in their time of need when they reach out to their office. All of the things that you should judge a person in government by is what we stand for. And I thank you so much for continuing to stand with me and presenting an alternative to the status quo that, in my opinion, is hurting our country. So I'll let you get to it. There's a lot of results nationally that obviously have huge impacts across our country. There's results in our state with ballot questions and other races that haven't been called yet that are going to matter to the fundamental balance of who we are as a Commonwealth. And without these people, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And I just like to, I'll introduce them all at once. Greg Denton, my Chief of Staff, Mike Murphy, our Constituent Service Director, Lou Rizzo, our District Director, Anthony Andronico, my Communications Director. We have Brett and Emily in the back there who worked tirelessly on the campaign. We have Ryan Maloney, who's here, who was the first campaign manager. We have James Neal, who was our campaign manager in 2018 when we defeated Canadian Pride. And I want to thank, there's so many volunteers, Fran, Sandy, the Chesney family, the list goes on and on and on of so many people. My family, who I love dearly, since I started in 2005, when I ran for the first time for City Council in Weymouth, Town Council, my family's been there by my side through thick and thin. Declan, my nephew Declan. I see members of the state police union who are here tonight as well, who's always had my back through thick and thin too. I appreciate that. All my friends from high school who've been, 20 years, they've been by my side. Again, just a collective. Bill Norton always does amazing things. The top person in Toys for Tots in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts every single year. We have Becky Haw, who's our campaign manager in 2016. Pascal Berger, who's the District 1 Town Councilor. Becky also Councilor. Dave Sullivan, probably somebody who held a sign for me back in 2005 when I ran. Richie Ryan, who's always out there. Joelle, we're working on legislation to try and strengthen domestic violence laws in the Commonwealth. And the list goes on and on and on of people who are here. Ed Everett, I don't think Ed Everett is here. Joni Cederholm, the Vice President of the Weymouth Teachers Association. So as you can see, there's a very eclectic group of people here who are coming together to try and influence change. And tonight, I have an opportunity for 2 more years to go to Beacon Hill, be your voice, stand up for what I believe is right, and I believe that you think is right as well, and continue to work to try and make our great part of the world a little better off than we found it. So thank you, everybody.